all of us actually, and all be aware about that, how big troubles the entire world is facing now. The same way the pharmaceutical industry is also facing a lot of challenges, but we are looking for some opportunities also in the challenges. So I'm going to tell about, going to cover about what are the challenges after this COVID-19 situation. And I'm also going to touch about the opportunities the industry is looking for now. So before I'm going to start it, maybe I have to introduce myself first. So I'm again checking one more time if my audio is clear to you. I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. And
Okay, sir.
I'm again apologize for not to presenting myself to you guys. Although it was a good presentation, but hopefully now I can have something like. Okay, so BK, you can see my screen, guys.
Sir, we can see you, sir.
Oh,
We can
okay.
see you, sir. You are fine.
Okay, that's good. So finally, finally we can you guys can see my screen. Okay, so before moving to the presentation slide, actually, okay. So let discuss about who like I have to talk about myself. Who am I here? Actually, couple of people. I can have some known faces here. Those known me from my background, but the other people, those are the new folks. Those are quite new for me actually. Okay, guys. So I'm Mukesh Singh. By qualification, I am masters in pharmacy. I did because like this is IPA CG, and I feel blessed and privileged to be a part of this, because like there is a good link between me and Chhattisgarh. And like I can say I grown up there actually. When I say grown up, means my younger days was into a Chhattisgarh. Like my very crucial 5 years I spent in Chhattisgarh, and it was from 2000 to somewhere like 1998 to 2002, and I did my graduation from Guru Ghasidas University. It was a B pharmacy there, and I was from a first batch actually. And then I did my masters from Bhopal, Barkatullah University. So guys, in roughly I have 16 plus year of experience. So after my masters, I joined my first company was Torrent Pharmaceutical. You can find out at the bottom of my presentation. And from Torrent, I was part of the core IPQA team. And then I moved to Lupin Pharmaceuticals, and the Lupin I was part of the entire project and the quality function. So it was a greenfield project from Intas. From Lupin, I moved to Intas. Intas was a bit dynamic role for me. I was into the kind of a greenfield project and leading that entire quality in a very young age. Actually, I don't know, but leadership gave me opportunity at that moment. And after my Intas journey, I moved to Ranbaxy, and hope everyone aware about Ranbaxy. It was once upon a time it was a leaders in India. So it was, I feel privileged at that moment to join Ranbaxy. I joined into a corporate quality function, and my role was managing like regional quality function, means a coordination between couple of Indian sites as well as some overseas side, but mostly into over Indian side. And also I look after some site quality operations also. And then in 2014, I moved to the company where I work today, Mylan. It's a US based company, and I based here in Hyderabad, but the company based in US, and we have a major operations here in India. So that's why our sitting location is here in Hyderabad. So guys, for my journey of 6 years in Mylan, I joined as a senior manager. Then I got couple of times promoted here, and last year my role has been changed, and I become the global audit lead for audit and compliance lead for all the Mylan formulation sites actually. So I look after more than 40 Mylan sites across the world. So this is quite a short brief about who am I, guys, and couple of people from BK to other guys, they known me on a different ways. So that part of that side of a coin I don't want to discuss here. Okay, let's discuss on to a good things here. Okay, guys. So let's move to our topic now. Actually, okay. So guys, like I already started talking to you like challenges and opportunities for pharmaceutical industry. So it's up to you actually. If you see a coin, the coin can be a one side of coin could looks a darker for you. But if you see another part of another side of a coin, you can find out that flow that looks very brighter for you. So it's up to us, a pharmaceutical guys, what way we are looking for this particular coin. And I am assuring the guys like our the students and the people those are seeking a job now, after this presentation you definitely have a better idea. After this COVID-19 challenges, what are the new opportunities come up into industry where you can more focus into your career. So that's going to be help you for your future preparations. And you can ask me quickly what I can also suggest you what better you can plan your career now onwards. So guys, before moving to the basic stuff, I want to touch about the pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry is none of it discover, develop, produces, market drugs for use as medication for a different it's like when you talk about pharmaceutical industry, that covers everything related to our drug products and the APIs and all. It does it discover, it develop, it produces, it market the drugs actually. So you can find out the challenges, the opportunities on all the sectors of from discovery to the marketing in the pharmaceuticals. The like the pharmaceutical is not only dealing as a general product. You know that we deals into a generic product, we deals into a brand medication. I work for a company, the I already told you, Mylan, and we are the number one the generic company in the world. So the kind of you have a generic medicine, branded medicines across the world you can find out. And for this pharmaceutical industry, there are different laws and regulations those run us actually. Okay, there's those helping to patent the drugs, those helping for a to given some testing guidances, some safety guidances, some efficacy guidances, and the finally a market. Let's move to the first of a slide, the opportunities part. So, and sorry, the challenges part actually. So guys, like if I talk about the company where I work for, and I look after a lot of sites in India, 17, 18 sites, I take care of their audit and compliance job. What problems the manufacturing companies or pharmaceutical companies are facing nowadays? You know that we have a significant shortage of a manpower. When I say shortage of a manpower, so guys, if somebody has already visited sometime a pharmaceutical setup, or if you are a part of a pharmaceutical company, you know that we work with lot of contractual manpowers and all. And in this scenario, all the contract employees almost they stop coming to the facilities, or 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 they stop coming to the facilities, or their contractors doesn't show a willingness to support us in this particular tough time. Lot of employees actually, everyone have a families, lot of employees are unable to join the duties. They are simply saying they have a tough time, they have a fear to join the duties. And you cannot run the facilities by your own. Still it's a long way ahead where the robots can make a drug for us. Okay, we have a robotic side, but not all the places we have that kind of automation. So we have still lot of reliable on our manpower, and we are as an industry, a big challenge is the shortage of manpower nowadays. The another big challenge is shortage of raw material and packaging material. Guys, believe me, lot of APIs and KSM are still coming from China actually. And 3-4 months back, it was a very tough time where the supplies has been interrupted actually. Supplies has been stopped. Our government was very strict at that moment, and we cannot obtain any further raw material KSMs from China and some of the market where the COVID was very badly hit. So if you want to manufacture anything, you want a raw material, and if you doesn't have a raw material, how you can manufacture a product? That's another challenge, guys. And the packaging material, if you even manufactured a drug product, you have a blister, you have a strip, you have injections, but you have to pack them into carton shippers and further move to the market. But packaging materials, the lot of side, because initial days in our lockdown first, unfortunately our government has not allowed packaging materials as essential services. We pharmaceutical industry guys make a lot of noise, but then they allowed into a lockdown too. Otherwise, like supply chain can be easily interrupted if we are not getting the packaging material. Guys, the next challenge is I already discussed about operational continuity. These are the three factors which make a lot of difference for operational continuity. The next one is the productivity challenges. Actually, you know that across the world, every day you heard about Donald Trump. It's requesting our prime minister to have hydrochloroquine. You heard about Brazilian prime minister. You heard about a lot of other different the leaderships all across the world. They are asking our prime minister to give us chloroquine. Our prime minister doesn't manufacture anything actually. We manufactured for him, for as a country actually. And with the operational continuity challenges, what I talk about raw material and packaging material, it's very tough to make our supply chain always be green and filled with whatever product we're looking for the market actually. So that's another big challenge. And we are not allowed to have a drug shortage. And US has sent us, like if I talk about the America market, they send us a kind of warning message actually, and you cannot interrupt the supplies. The WHO also threaten all the pharmaceutical companies across the world. So it's not it's their choice, but they are also suffering with the shortage of a medicine. That's why they are requesting industry to support them. Initial days, lockdown one, our Indian government also stopped sometimes the supplies of the medicine because it's a selfish call. I say that it's required for India. Initial days, lot of medicine has been taken care for a Indian public, then only allowed to go beyond the Indian territories actually. Couple of regulatory commitment. We cannot manufacture a medicine. There are a lot of regulatory commitments in place actually. When we have a product approval, we made a lot of commitment to the agencies what way we are going to manufacture a product. If the product have any issues, we are not allowed to release the product for a market and all. And you have to fulfill all the commitment now also. Okay, so that lead for a challenges. If a one product held for a minor testing issues, that product you are not allowed to go beyond your territories, beyond your site, because that you are not release that product. Okay, so you have to do a lot of investigation and all, then only you allowed to move further. But with this current situation, you have to be fulfilling a commitment. That's why lot of delays are happening. Guys, like commitment to the customers actually, we have a commitment to the customer. Finally, to whom we are serving as a pharmaceutical industry, we are serving to our customers actually. Who is our customer? Sometimes a lot of our agents are a customer. Regulatory agencies like Mylan, if you talk about my company, we are the people like almost more than 44% of antiviral medicine across the world we manufactured for the world. Name the medicine which is used in COVID-19 now, all the antivirus medicine, we are the one. Those are the largest producer for APIs and the formulation in India across the world. So our commitment towards our customers is also be very, very challenging actually. We cannot beach the commitment what we made to our customers actually. So all these productivity challenges we are looking now, and we are trying to make sure that we have to come from the challenges. The next challenge is a quite bigger challenge with the product supply and distribution channels. Guys, you know that if lot of folks are from a different cities, you know that how my MR can move to the doctors, right? How he can suggest now to the doctors, okay, these are the new things or a new drugs. How my stockist can work now, how my C&F can work now. A lot of employees are here and there, they are not working at all, right? Our ports, our ships, shipping companies actually, a lot of interruptions, and all of across the world governments are talking about everything is good, guys, no worries, we are making sure that, but that's not a reality. Initial 10-15 days, or I can say a 1 month, there was a serious interruption of a supply across the world. But I really thanks to the local Indian government as well as couple of other government, those work very collaboratively and the challenges has been taken care. So the another challenge is the cost, guys. You know that the cost into a medicine is everything, okay? And like the pharmaceutical companies are also be the same. They are not into a charitable business. We are also here to make some profits. Although our final goal to serve for a society, but yes, if they hired me, they are paying me the same way they are paying to 40,000 other employees of a Mylan. Okay, so that way, but there is a significant increase on the charges of a movement and all. That also be a big challenge for industry. So guys, the next challenge I'm going to talk about more kind of a personal touch based challenge. If you think about employee safety, so if I work for this Mylan, actually last 2 months I'm working from home actually. So although I'm a global role, I take care of the global 40 plus sites. I can work from home. I can threaten people. I can discuss with them, support them offline. But the people, those running a compression machine, those are running a packaging machine, they are not have this kind of a leverage to work from home. They have to go to facilities. They have to go every day to the plants. For them, it's very, very tough situation. But guys, for your information, a lot of Indian companies take a very innovative job. Uh, if you ask about the Mylan sites, actually, we have a couple of a very huge site in India. So we have like almost 3,000 employees working onto a one site. We try to work 33% in a one shift, and we have a multiple shift, 1 day off, 1 day on, 12-hour shift, and that way we try to manage the show. And the another challenge you can see from a presentation is a personal movement, guys. If you reach at the site from the gate to the your working place to your the food facility canteen to the wash areas to the buses, everywhere your personal movement a key to avoid any COVID-19 challenges. Because if a one person identified as positive for COVID-19, you know that entire show got interrupted. You cannot make a medicine from that particular site, that because site got sealed, lot of sanitation work is going to be happen, and there is maybe a good interruption for a week or more than that particular time. And that particular time you can lose your billions of a product for a manufacturing. So the companies are very, very innovative managing the personal movements nowadays, and the same way Mylan also managing the same. The next one is travel restrictions, guys. If you I'm talking to you guys very briefly. My role is to a global role. I always be onto a road, actually have a lot of travel. But with this COVID-19 situation, it's very tough now. Actually, you cannot be on the road. Actually, okay, our local folks, our police guys are ready to take care of the guys like us if we go onto a road. Actually, okay. So the lot of challenge from the travel restrictions everywhere, from all the top to bottom, people got travel has been restricted. If you talk about my company, almost last more than 2 months, we have a voluntary call for not to allow any travel, and we are not going to travel for next couple of more months till the situation has not been improved. If you talk about inter-country travel, totally stop. That's a big challenge, because like if you want to run your business, you have to be move from one place to another place, help them, support them, try to have a meeting with them, try to have some business meeting with someone to run your business. But that's not possible. That's the biggest challenge for industry. Interstate, you cannot go from MP to Chhattisgarh, Chhattisgarh to Maharashtra, Maharashtra to Andhra or Telangana, because there is a different states have a different challenges. How you can run your business then? Then the third one is intrastate. If you are not into a green zone, like, still you cannot move from one district to another district also. So if in Hyderabad, almost like we have 4 5 sites actually, and all 4 5 sites fall into three different districts, although all sites with all sites into Hyderabad, but I can the another one is a facility accreditations. You know that this is the term, like if you want to produce a drug, you require some kind of accreditation. If you're looking for a Indian market, you have to have a accreditation from local WHO, local CDSCO, and all US, UK, and some other markets. The relevant respective agencies will for me. But those introduce their facilities. This is a the updation and something actually. So that's also be a big challenge. Performance RM means there may be a renegotiation from your side. There may be a cost from a transportation get increased. So overall, this COVID